We have people who have the 5 pairs and wear a different pair every day to work or school or whatever they're doing, and tally up all the compliments they get, and that's how they decide what pairs to get. But at the same time, they want that kind of like style expert advice from our company. So that's what they get through social media, and we've tracked it through hashtags, just looking at user submissions. We have thought about building a platform for that, but it's kind of like, we just go where they are. I don't think you need to create another barrier for people to share and talk about your brand. We would rather them share it on Twitter or Facebook and where their audience is, and creating this kind of closed platform of just Warby Parker customers, because that really doesn't do us any good. And they actually get more feedback when they share it on Facebook. So whether they're sharing it on their own wall or putting it on our wall, it's been kind of funny to see. Not only do they get feedback from us, but they'll get feedback from the customers who come every day and like to tell strangers what glasses look good on them. So that's been really interesting for our community.
So Mark, speaking of leveraging existing communities, you've worked with big brands, you've worked with Versace and Vogue and lots of other big fashion brands. How do you go out into those larger communities and find the right people to leverage? And will you also talk a little bit about the ways that you talked earlier about the velvet rope and kind of pulling the influencers off? How do you find those influencers, and what do you do with them once you've got them?
So there's pre-existing influencer communities like Clout or Cred that brands can access, people who are influential. And then that's an interesting model. What I'm most interested in is helping a brand identify out of its existing community who are the most influential people that they that already love them and that is already within their fold. So the first step for that is to create a program with a value proposition. So for Vogue, we created the value proposition of know it first and share it first. So there's this idea that you have a special relationship with this brand, and because you qualify into this particular velvet rope community, you're going to have VIP content, and that's the only reason why you're getting it first before anybody else. And so because of, call it ego, call it whatever you want, that's valuable content that they qualify, and they're incentive because of that relationship to share that out with their extensive network that over-indexes for the reach that they have and the influence that they have for their in their private networks.